All right, we are live. How's it going, everybody? Austin here, and finally another live stream here with Fintastic Freaks. See, we already got 7 likes, 3 people here. Sure, some more people will come in here as we get the ball rolling here. But obviously, finally hit the 400 mark, and really cool to see that many people are wanting to stay in the loop with my channel and the things that I do, and means all sorts of to me. Really humbling to see such. And for that, that and because it's Thanksgiving, to show some thankfulness here, we're also going to go ahead and give away some stuff. I'll go ahead and say what some of that stuff is that I'll be giving away here this evening is in a minute. But obviously, 500, and I think the exact number now is even bigger than that. I think it's like 16, 417, something like that. And I see you, Fish Room Fever, saying congrats. Thank you very much, man. Big thanks to that man. I mean, love watching his streams and all that. And finally got over the 400 mark after saying that I was close on channel earlier this weekend. And I think going into that day, I was like 306 when I joined his live stream, and said I was looking to do giveaway maybe later once I hit 400. And by the time I look on my stream later, boom, I see that we're at like 410 is I think when I first looked. And yeah, I didn't see the end until later that night because me and the girlfriend went to dinner that night. And Chattanooga Ed comes on here. I'll have a funny story to tell him later because I watched into your stream there, James, and couldn't help but chuckle. If he's on here, I'll tell everybody why. But without further ado, as I said, giving away some stuff here tonight. See, we got 9 people watching. 8 thumbs up. I noticed we had some thumbs up before the stream even started a couple of days ago. Thank you very much to all those who did that. But to show what we all got here, it's all right behind me. It's not Christmas yet, but we got Santa's bag of goodies here already. I'm a little thin to be Santa, I guess. So, a couple things we got here. We got 2 sponge filters, each one capable of filtering 25 gallons apiece. Nice little thing. I know some of y'all really like nano tanks by checking out some of your guys' channels. The Rico Stan, Henry Steffson, Kenny Mack all in here. Just in case I mispronounce some of your guys' names, I sincerely apologize. I'm not always the best at pronunciation, so if I ever mispronounce your username, please excuse me. Peplin Creek Aquatics is here. Rico Stan is here. So in addition with those, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the sponge filters. I don't know why that was hard to remember. We also got some airline tubing here. Each one is 8 foot long. Got some of that. Got Bob Berry in here. Steve Pozothian. Got Kim Carwick in here. Welcome, everybody. And in a package deal with those airline hose, got some check valves here. Never can go wrong with those. Of course, we also got, of course, we're not done there. Also got some aquarium essentials such as Siachum Stability here. Always nice to do that. If you guys don't use a sponge filter and like to cycle your tank the old-fashioned way, this is some great stuff to help you along with that. And personally, with y'all know I love my puffer fish. I love to do it kind of the old-fashioned way for puffers, obviously because they're a scaleless fish. They're a little more prone to things in the water, as you all know. So I like to do it the old-fashioned way, and stability here is definitely my go-to for when I go that route. Another thing I always put in all my tanks is CHM's Prime. We'll be giving this away as well. After water changes, pretty much all the time, Prime is always something that is my go-to. Even if I'm throwing in a little bit of medicine in the tank, I always go ahead and throw some Prime in there as well. Can't go wrong with that stuff. It's like a safety crutch almost. And not quite done yet. We got some Flourish Advance. This is kind of my #1 plant thing that I use. I use this stuff for all sorts of stuff. I'll probably show off some tanks as we go out throughout this evening. But Flourish Advance here, this is also something that helps enhance plants based on its photomines. I can never pronounce that word. It's also got some of that mineral. It helps stimulate the growth of roots and the aquarium plants and all that. And I use it in my tanks where I got some water sprite, various valves like jungle valve, giant valve, corkscrew valve. My Rotella indicas all love it. And this is my go-to. I do use Flourish Excel as well once in a while, and that's also some good stuff. But if you're telling me to pick between the two, I go with Advanced. And last but most definitely not least, we'll be giving away two of these. If I can spread it out, that would be awesome. That way you can see the whole design. A Fintastic Freaks t-shirt. We'll give away two of those. Yeah, made right here in the Omaha area. Retro shirts and Westroads Mall. Big thanks to those guys. They made the first batch and such, and it turned out awesome. On the back there, we got the Fintastic Freaks and the YouTube logo. So we'll go ahead and give away two of those. I will say right now, whoever wins the t-shirt, that will take a little bit of time. Obviously, Thanksgiving, Black Friday is all this weekend, and I don't really want to mess with Black Friday, especially given all the virus stuff going around. So that'll probably take a little extra time and such. And obviously, it's got to be made because whoever wins, I'll be getting your size and such, so I can make sure the shirt is the best product that it can possibly be for you. Anyway, see, we got a lot of people here going here in the comments. See James and Fish Room Fever here as well. Those of you that are on my channel that are not already subbed to him, definitely make sure you go ahead and do that. A lot of great streams there. All sorts of cool fish, guppies, piranhas are cool, as long as they're not biting his fingers, that is. Had to give you, just throw that in there, James. But see Peplin here, Rico Stan, everybody. Hey here. See, trying to see that right there in my eyes. It's kind of going crazy right now. Poziwi, I apologize again if I mispronounce your usernames ever. Pronunciation is not always my strong point. Black Ghost Knife fan, hey, yeah, me too. Got one back there in 75, as I'm sure a lot of you know, and you probably already know as well. Actually got some news coming up of that guy. One of my local fish stores, their live rock tank, they're thinking of replacing it. They got a big, huge 300-gallon tank that they're currently resealing in the back, and they're working on resealing that and making that their live rock tank. Their current live rock tank is 265 gallons, and they've already gotten a plug for it because they plan on selling it as a normal tank to us, to customers and such. But they'll already put the word in saying, hey, if you guys are getting rid of that, I'm thinking, I get a hold of that, move the Black Ghost Knife there in that 265, and big old rainbow tank. Throw some roseline sharks in there, maybe some clown loaches as well. All sorts of rainbows, maybe even some other sharks. Maybe we mess around and get some silver sharks and some ballast sharks in that thing if we get a hold of it. But nothing there is set in stone. Nothing is for sure going to happen there. So we got to go ahead and wait to see how that shakes out. But hopefully all goes well and we can bring that down here to the Fintastic Fish Room. That would be awesome. Got something else coming here. Obviously back here, we got the big 185-gallon bow, or at least, again, that's what the fish store always called it. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but that's what I call it anyway. As well as a 50 corner. Finley's tanking the 150 fat boy right there. Finley hanging out by some plants here. How you doing, buddy? He doesn't shy away when I only have my phone up here, but when I put my computer and laptop up here, he gets a little skittish. He finally warms up and gets a little curious, but as you can see, he doesn't get up here in too quick of a fashion. He's already about 8 inches, though. Probably maybe getting on the close side of 9 already. So he's getting really, really big there, and only going to get bigger. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I want to bump him up from a 150 and maybe a 180. I was watching dog typing. Fishymon's here. Welcome. I got Snack 13. I ain't got snacks, but I got a drink. I won't go ahead and show that because I'm not sure what AGOs are. Said this video is not for kids, so you would think you wouldn't get in trouble with showing an alcoholic beverage, but you can never know in these day and ages anymore. But anyway, now that we're 10 minutes, we've said hello to some people. I think it's time to get close to this first ever giveaway here. And I will say now, I am using Nightbot, which I know James and Chattanooga Ed also use. Thanks to Message Ed yesterday too, and got some tips from him also on that as well. Thanks to him on that. And hopefully it all works well. I just set it up earlier today, about an hour or so before this happened. So hopefully all works well with that. That way we can pick random winners and such. And if you win, I'll go ahead and just have you send me something that I can email you, or if you got social media, like say Instagram, or if you want Facebook or something otherwise, we can go ahead and do business with that. I'll get your address so I know where to send some of these goodies off to. But the first thing we'll go ahead and do, you know what, let's go ahead and let's give away one of these deals. We'll go ahead and put the check valves and the airline tubing in a package deal. The check valve and the airline tubing will be a 2-for-1 deal. So whoever gets that, you get a 2-for-1 deal. Trying to make sure that we have things going here on Nightbot. And if it doesn't work, well, I guess we'll have to figure out something on the go here. First time ever using Nightbot, so hopefully it treats me well. Let's see here. Gonna go. I'm trying to see if I can get the list here right now. I'm gonna set it up as a keyword here. All right. Let's see if there's a save place for this. Like I say, first time ever using Nightbot, so it might possibly not work, and might just have to find another source on the fly here to make this work. Hopefully Nightbot works. I got it pulled up here right now. All the normal supporters and such are here, so hopefully this will work just fine. But you never know, because technology is fun and not always in the best ways sometimes. See, we got 10 people here, 14 likes. Thank you, everybody who's here. Oh, this might work, this might not work. Here we go. Starting to get something to pull up here. We'll see if that helps us finally. Starting to see stuff there. You know what? While I also try to figure this out, let's go ahead and show another tank here. So those of you that haven't already seen my other video, like I said, love puffers. You already saw Finley here. He's starting to go there. I still think he's jealous that he's not getting that 185 bow front over here. He won't have the biggest tank in here for much longer. While I also try to figure this Nightbot out and get this all set up. Go ahead and check out the A38 gallon, where we have 4 Amazon puffers in here. See them in there. Relatively added these guys. Only had them for a couple weeks. There's another one down here in the 10 gallon. He's being medicated as he had a little bit of a fungal infection and a couple days after I got him, but he's looking much clearer now. As you can see, he's also, well, mostly friendly until I moved the computer forward. Probably freaked him out a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, these little guys are awesome. Might move these guys up too. You know what? If all these guys get moved to this 265, maybe move these guys to the 75. These guys can also go with other fish. You just got to be careful. Make sure you put them with stuff that will outswim the puffers, as in like swim faster than them. Because if they do get a hold of the other fish, it will knock it off of those other fish. But I think a huge cluster of Amazon puffers in a 75 would be absolutely awesome. Kind of see the ghost knife there in his log. That's kind of his favorite space to hang out. Lassie says, Mom's first fish with a black ghost. Yeah. I gotta tell you, black ghost knife would never be one that I would imagine would be your first fish. I would say that the first 3 guesses I would have for anyone's first ever fish would be either guppies, goldfish, or a beta. All those, to me, usually are safe bets. All my friends that have ever had fish usually at some point had one of those. They're all probably the most commonly known fish. Tetras, I know, are also very commonly known and such, but that's always what I would say. That's always my first guess. All right, we're gonna go ahead, try this again now. Set by keyword. See if that helps things out here. Having some grief with the Nightbot here, so we might have to do another method here potentially. Figures once you get it going, everything seems to work out at first, but once you get in a full string of things and start getting things going, then it would be that's when things act up. Not sure why I'm getting grief or trouble with this, but try to figure it out here. I'm trying to get it to where it sets up where we all do a keyword like what folks did on Ed and Fish Room Fever's channel with keywords and such, but unfortunately, it's some reason it's just not working out right now. All right, we're getting some people on here now. I see you on here, Rico. I see Fishymon's on here. Nice. Starting to get a couple of guys on here. Up to 4 eligible users, 5. I don't know whatever I did or if someone else did something, but praise God. It seems like we're finally getting somewhere. I see 7 eligible people up here. Great to see, great to see. Gonna go ahead and see if we can do this by keyword, as I said earlier. I think that's a lot of fun to do. I think James and Ed had a fantastic idea there. All right, so we got a keyword made. The keyword is Fintastic. So if you want to get this airline hose and check valve, go ahead and I believe you hashtag it with hashtag Fintastic, and that'll get you entered. I'll give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and do that. There we go. Yep, seeing all the people on here now. I see Acer. I see a Fish Room Fever, Fishimon. I got snacks. Kenny Snack, Rico Stan on here. Seeing everybody on here. There we go. Much, much better now. Much, much better now. While we get you guys all a minute to do that, we'll go ahead and turn around. Also, right in front of me is this 46-gallon bow front, those of you that have not seen before. And somewhere in here, hiding, are my two angels. Ah, there they are. They're over there by the heater and the sponge filter. And these two are a mated pair. This is a golden pearl scale. We also got a marble in here. Zoom in towards the back. Now you can kind of get a good gander at them. Lots of plants in there. Got some Amazon swords. Lots of Rotala indica. Rotala indica is probably my favorite plant. They're just the green and kind of a pinkish red sort of thing on there. Love that combination. I see some mosses and such. Various Anubiuses. Unfortunately, I don't remember all the names on it. But lots of plants in there, and that's probably one of my favorite tanks. And then, as you also saw, plenty of duckweed, which might need to do a video on how you guys can moderate that and such, because it's something that I know a lot of people, once you get, it's a plant that you better make sure you want because it grows like wildfire when you put it in there. All right, I see that pretty much everybody's gotten the keyword in now. 14 people watching, 14 likes. Those of you that haven't already, the keyword to win the airline hose and a check valve is hashtag Fintastic. Last call for that here before we roll and give away our first thing. And then after that, we'll go ahead and roll for another thing right away, right afterwards, using the same keyword. 15 likes. All right. Yeah, duckweed only grows for some people. I tell you what, I've had no problem growing it. About any tank I put in, minus my Lake Malawi African cichlid tank, that is. That's about the only tank that it doesn't. I would imagine the pH levels are probably a big part of that. But that's about the only tank in my fish room that it doesn't grow in. Angelfish tanks, pufferfish tanks, my beta community tanks, it's had no problem growing in any of those things. But fortunately, I have goldfish, and whenever I put it in the goldfish tank, they eat it like it's ice cream, which is a nice way to keep that in check. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll for the first one, saying that we got 9 eligible users. See, we got 13 users. Who's here watching right now? All right, rolling it in 3, 2, 1. Who's going to win? And not sure if we can, if it's showing up on the screen here. Again, if I ever get your name here, or say your name here and you win, I strongly apologize if I mispronounce your name, but Pazwazi, you are the one that wins one deal of a 8-foot airline hose and a check valve. Congratulations. Yeah, as I said earlier, though, whenever you guys win something, if you have an Instagram or Facebook or something, go ahead and you can put it in the chat or something, or go ahead and message me at Fintastic Freaks on Instagram, and we'll get in contact and we'll do business. We'll go ahead and get right along. Where did I put the other airline hose? Hopefully I'm not sitting on it. Nope, it's right alongside me here. Airline hose and check valve. We'll go ahead and put that to the side of me there. That way I don't accidentally give it away twice, because that would be bad, wouldn't it? All right. Oh, I don't know if this makes a difference to anybody. The airline hose is black. I personally never cared, but wanted to give also a big thanks to an Omaha fish store, Fish Freaks. They helped me out picking out a couple of these knickknacks. I also call fish freaks. My screen's a little bit low. We'll go ahead and fix that here real quick. But yeah, I call fish freaks the source of the madness. I feel like we all kind of have that favorite fish store that we can kind of relate to, and you know, I wouldn't exactly say that I have a favorite store. I kind of have a favorite store for different things. Fish Freaks has a nice balance though. They sell used tanks. They got saltwater fish, freshwater plants. They sell corals, all sorts of stuff. Let's see. John McKenzie joining. And hey, no worries if you're late. We only gave away one thing, so we got all sorts of stuff yet. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and raffle off the CHM Prime next. So going off to one of the little water quality knickknacks here. Those of you that have not already, the keyword here is Fintastic. Might go ahead and roll for a new one on the next time around. But if you guys want some free Prime sent to you here in the near future, hashtag Fintastic will help you get entered in to have a chance at that. I see Nightbot already checked off one recent winner. That's good. For this one, Rico, we'll use the same keyword since we have a certain number. So after every 2 products, I'll make a new keyword that you guys plug in. But if you want to go ahead and plug in the word again, hey, couldn't hurt. I'm also new to this Nightbot thing, so I'm not an expert on it by any means whatsoever. Griffin Fish Room's in the chat. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome. Another great fish channel right there, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already. He gotten onto his stuff. Started early? I thought I set it for 5:30. Maybe it showed up a little different for, I guess I'm not sure if you're in the same time zone as me. I'm in the central time zone, but might have once set it at a different time. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and yeah, we're giving away this CHM Prime here. And let's see who the lucky winner is for this. Give everybody another 10 seconds here to put their Fintastic ins to those who have not done so already. Akaris, congrats on 400. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. 400 is great, but now we're shooting for 5. And you know what? Hey, why not? Let's shoot for 500, see if we can hit it before the year of 2020 goes out. Get halfway to 1,000 and such. That way I can maybe stream on my phone here soon. Not sure why YouTube doesn't like you streaming on your phone until you hit 1,000 subscribers, but what do you do? All right, let's go ahead and roll it here in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We got Fishimon64. You're the winner of this one. Oh, look at that. There we go. Nightbot, go ahead and put it in there for me. All right. Well, this is a nifty little thing. I'm not going to lie, Fishimon, though. Every time I look at your username, it gets me thinking about my Pokemon and such. I used to be really into the cards when I was a kid. Maybe that's part of your go-to, though. So, yes, Fishimon, and obviously I have to double check back through my live stream here, which basically gives me a list of who wins what anyway. So, nice little gift there as well. Put that alongside, so once again, we don't accidentally raffle that off again. But hey, folks, if you also have questions for me in terms of anything here fish related, or hey, I'm also a sports guy, go ahead and we can talk about that too. I know some of you are not into that, so we'll try to avoid that too much. But little fun fact about me, part of the reason why I talk about sports so much, I myself, day job wise, am a sports writer here in Council Bluffs, and it's kind of a quiet period for us right now. It's we're right between the football and the basketball seasons. Obviously, with coronavirus going around, I'm interested to see how they're going to go ahead and conduct wrestling. I hope they find a way to make it work because I think wrestling is a fun sport and all, but especially here in Iowa, wrestling is a big deal up here in the. I know it's nicknamed the Hawkeye State. I always call it the Cyclone State. I'm not a because as you can see from the shirt, well, that's my team. But yeah, we're a little bit of a dead period right now, and hopefully we get to have all the sports here. For the most part, we're keeping it in enough check here, but time will tell. Flu season's right around the corner, so hopefully that doesn't complicate things. Did Fisherman by chance leave the chat? Oh, hey, no, there he is. I just saw him also right before he put it in. Or, oh, Fisherman, give the Prime to Rico Stan. We can do that. If we can definitely do that. I'll make a note of it here. I shall go ahead and put it in my phone because I carry this with me everywhere. Yeah, that's a great gesture of you, Fishymon. Round of applause for that man. Win some Prime, which is to me a must-have for any fish keeper, regardless of how many tanks you have. It's a great thing. I use it after every single water change, whether it's my angelfish or my puffer fish, cichlids, anything. I use Prime for about everything. And Fishmon just going ahead and handing it to Rico. Props to you, good sir. Props to you. There we go. Oop, forgot to save it. It's not going to remember anything if I don't put that in. All right, while I got the list open, let's go ahead. I'm going to put in the other winner as well. We fish fam stick together. That's right, Fisherman. Love that idea. Love that mentality. That's a great way to look at it. And once again, man, and good on you, sir. Posey. All right, we go ahead and made a list on there. Probably should have did that earlier. All right, so the next thing we'll go ahead and give away. We'll give away the stability next. For this next keyword, let's go ahead and do Finley. I'll go ahead and show him off here. I know we showed him here a little bit ago, but he's by far, I shouldn't say by far. I love all my fish, but he's definitely my favorite stuff on here. And starting to warm up, get a little more curious about what I'm doing, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, but now since I brought the laptop up here, you're not so curious about me anymore. You're getting more camera shy now. I thought they said puffers were curious. He's not curious about us at all. The light may also not be. He may also not like the extra light being projected off my laptop, though. So that could be a big reason why as well. All right. Oh, I need to change the keyword, actually. So let me do that here before we go any further. Those of you wondering, Finley is spelled Finley. That'll be the keyword to winning this Siachim stability. And we'll go ahead and use that for 2 more objects here to give away. We'll go ahead and do the stability, and maybe we'll go ahead and just get the other airline strand and check valve out taken off here as well. Fisherman, I can't type tonight. Hey, I can never type. That's why I usually in live streams I don't say a whole lot because yeah, typing is not my strong point. I don't type very fast. So usually by the time I get my word of edgewise or my 2 cents in, usually the live streamer's on to the next topic or maybe next 2 topics or something. Yeah, Finley is the best. Hey, love that fish. He's about, like I said earlier, he's about 8 inches already now, and he can still double that before he's done growing and such. So he's gonna get a lot bigger yet. See Fishmon with the peace sign. Hang there. While we go ahead and let people get the last minute of the Finley keywords in, let's go ahead and show off another tank here. So we'll give everybody the last call here for the Finley and such here. Go ahead and show off this corner tank here. Try to get a little closer. Problem is all the pretty fish hang out back there. So in here we have a koi beta who he fortunately comes to the front. We also got a school of a dozen cardinal tetras in here. And somewhere in here, we also have a blue phantom pleco. Look for a video on him and another pleco that we'll probably go ahead and show here before the night is through. But we'll definitely do a video on those two plecos as well. So we're up to 3 plecos just like that here in the Fintastic Fish Room. Those that don't already know, we have a gold nugget. They're in a 125 tank with the goldfish and dojo loaches. And he's already about grown like a ½ inch or so since I've gotten him. Plecos are slowly growing on me. That's partial thanks to my fiance, and I believe James at Fisherman Fever is also into those as well. So I know those two have really also played a part, I think, in getting those. I used to have a common brown pleco back when I was in middle school, which feels like a lifetime ago now. But grew up to be about 14, 15 inches, rightfully so, named him Brutus, because even when he was just yay big and like just a couple inches big, he was always the one that imposed his will. He was always the one that's like, I'm the king of the tank. And which is saying something because we had some other fish in there. I mean, it was just tetras and such, but one of Ari's tetras can be a little nippy once in a while. So the fact that he was able to hold his own and really, really keep them all in line, I guess, isn't super surprising. But yeah, he really, they really laid down the law there. And Fisher and Fever, I believe, has shirts too. I might have to get one of his here soon too, because checked out a couple of those, and there's a couple of YouTubers actually for fish that I've been wanting to get shirts of. I need to hop on that and maybe like along my wood here in the basement, make like a little hang rack row, like like a basketball arena does with their banners or something. Be sporty and fish famish. So there we go. All right. So I said the stability was going next. The keyword is Finley. 10-second warning. Go ahead and put it in if you have not already. 17 likes, 14 people watching. Thank you to every single one of you. Wow, we've already been streaming for over a ½ hour. Can't believe that. Time flies when you have fun. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and roll it. Who's getting some stability? All right, Kenny Mack. Congratulations. You are the winner of the CHM stability here. Nice little thing to help cycle a tank if you don't have sponge filters to do the job already, that is. Usually, even though if I'm setting up a tank for puffers and all that, I go ahead and just cycle it anyway, just because to me then it just feels a little bit safer. But CHM stability is a nice little thing to have otherwise. And absolutely, man, it's the Kenny there saying thank you. Absolutely, man. Hey, thank you all for the support. Those of you that all say thank you for the stuff. Hey, absolutely. Thank you for supporting the channel here and taking time to watch my videos and give the support here. It really does mean a lot here, guys. I'm gonna have to find out what I did with that second check valve. I had it here just a second ago. So you know, since I can't find that, let's go ahead and we'll give away our final CHM product. This was also given by or gotten from Fish Freaks here in Omaha, and this is my go ahead plant supplement here. As I showed you earlier, my 46 bow here. I use it in there, and especially the Rotala indica in there has just really, really taken off. The Anubias plants are also doing pretty well in there. The Amazon swords seem to be doing all right too, but that also could be more of the root tabs that I give them. They're more of a root-based plant. Also, I use it in that 50-gallon corner tank that you saw earlier. And yeah, I'll go ahead and let me put my Instagram username in there for you guys so you have something to work with here. If you would rather get a hold of me somehow, other way to go ahead and you would rather get a hold of me some other way rather than Instagram and such, I can definitely give a email and such. And one way or another, we'll do business. I'll get the stuff to you. And there we go. We'll see if it sends through. There we go. I know it seems like I'm just tagging myself, but no, that's actually my that's the Instagram username. So if anyone's looking to get a hold of me that way, you can direct message me there if you so choose if you win. Or even if you just want to say hi, or if you want to send me some stuff like, hey, I'm doing a live stream at this time, would love to have you there. By all means, fish folk, feel free. Like I think it was Fishimon that said it earlier. We fish fam stick together. All right, so 10-second warning for the Flourish Advance. If you haven't already, the keyword is Finley. That is Finley. That's the keyword. I'll go ahead and give a final warning or a final call for that. While we go ahead and give a little time for that, this 55-gallon tank over here. We got some Lake Malawi African cichlids in here. I love that salt and pepper sand look, or at least that's what I always call it. It's one of the very few fake planted tanks I have in here. Part of that's obviously because of the pH level, and that's obviously not a lot of plants can take a pH of around 8.0 or so, which is about where I keep that tank. But otherwise, you can keep some pretty cool rocks in there. Got some Texas Holy Rock in there. Of course, we have our little volcano in there towards the end, as you can see. In honor of Finding Nemo, we call that Mount Wanahagalugi. That's not a very good impression, probably, but alas. That's one of the very few fake planted tanks, along with the goldfish tank here. Not because plants won't grow in there. Plants grow in there just fine. It's just a matter of the goldfish use it as a salad bar. And I don't like to pay a ton of money just so they can have an expensive snack. It's like it's like putting, I don't know, some sort of tetra or fish in with like the hawk and experimenting with that and then finding out that he just goes and eats them all. Turns out to be a pretty expensive snack. Don't want to go ahead and do that. So you just get down there. Never loved the cichlids. I prefer the puffers. Yeah, I mean, the African cichlids, honestly, I've been thinking about maybe trying to get them rehomed and, maybe that could be another place for the Amazons. Amazon puffers only grow to be about ranging between 4 to 6 inches. They usually get a little more around the 6s area. Maybe put them in there as a, had the cichlids there for give or take about a year. I don't fully remember, but yeah, I've given it a shot, and I mean, obviously, a lot of cichlid keepers are gonna be like, "Well, yeah, no, duh, you should have known that when you got into it before I say it." But obviously, lots of aggression and such, and it's just not been my cup of tea. So, might try something else there too. Haven't fully decided to move on from it because I mean, I love their color and I love how active they are. Don't get me wrong. That part about the African cichlids, love it, love it, love it. But yeah, the aggression and such, I've tried a different things to try to keep that in check and such, and the aggression has killed a couple of the fish that I had originally. That, and of course, it's a little bit of a challenge to maintain that pH when you do water changes, because my pH from the tap is about 7.0, which I guess is relatively normal. But I guess, yeah, long story much shorter, just really hasn't worked out. All right, 19 likes, 16 people watching. Let's go ahead and roll for the Flourish Advance. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's roll it. And John McKenzie, he is our winner. He will win this bottle of Flourish Advance. I guess I haven't said how big it is. It's 8.5 fluid ounces. That one's the bigger one of the group. The CHM Prime, let me go ahead and check that all. I forgot to mention this earlier. Has 3.4 fluid ounces, so it's one of the smaller bottles, but a little bit of Prime goes a long, long way. To those of you that already have it, will know that already, but the Prime is already, you don't need a whole lot of it to make a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and put John here on the list of winners here to make sure I don't forget it later. Closed my list. Well, that's a pain. All right. John McKenzie will take home the advance. I apparently forgot to put somebody on my list earlier, or I'll have to check back to my live stream later, or to make sure that I get that to the correct person. All right, what's another thing? You know what? Let's go ahead and just go right behind us. Oh, before I do that, let me go ahead and change the keyword here. We'll go ahead and next thing we'll give away is more 8-foot airline tube with a check valve. In case you care, the airline tube color is black. I know some people just prefer the clear stuff and all that. That's usually my go-to. But yeah, we'll go ahead and give that away, as well as a check valve. Let me change the keyword here, and I'll let you know what that new keyword is as well. All right, there we go. So our new keyword is Ghosty, which is the name of my hot ghost knife. So went ahead and put it in the chat for you guys. So copy and paste if you wish, and that'll be our new keyword for the next two prizes, which the first one will be 8-foot black airline tube and a check valve. Now let's go back to the other side of the room. We'll get back to these goldfish here in a minute. We got 4 great tanks back here towards the back of the fish room. They are right back here. Got a little bit of a mess going on down here. I'm soaking some spider wood here for a future tank here, but got a couple of 40 breeders. And in this first 40 breeder, we got these angelfish. We have 6 blue diamond platinums, and of all the angels, I mean, I love my gold pearl scale and marble angel, but these blue diamonds, oh man, they are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. There's 6 of them. Another one is over here, along with our Pinoy and one of the blue Philippine angels, who's starting to grow into his stripes. There's a blue Philippine over here just a moment ago. Oh, there he is. He's hiding behind some of the blue diamond platinums. This is kind of also one of the places where I put out some of my younger plants. You see I got small Nubius in here. Got a bigger Nubius there towards the back because I want some background plants, of course, too. Big old Java fern, too. And yeah, angelfish are just, if it's not pufferfish for me, angelfish is the next one that absolutely love those fish. They just have a unique swim style about it. Just looks like they're gliding. Doesn't even look like they're swimming. They're just floating across, kind of like angels on angel wings. And speaking of puffers here again, we'll go ahead and check over here in this 40 breeder, which is full of all sorts of plants. Got hornwort, lots and lots of water sprite. Got a couple of valves in here. And if you check back there by the filter, you might be able to see them. I'm making sure that you can. And you will see Mushu, our dragon puffer. He is about, I'd say, 6 or so inches, give or take. He might be a little shorter, might be a little bit bigger. He's big in though for sure. And for some reason, he just loves to hang underneath that internal power filter. I was going to take it out, but since he kind of likes to hang out under there, I'm kind of worried it might stress him out if I take it out. So I feel like if I do take it out, probably should get him a cave, or maybe that's his whole point, is just saying he wants a cave to hide from the light. We'll go ahead and check out the 2 tanks there on the top here a little bit later. Those of you that don't already know, the new keyword is Ghosty. That is Ghosti, in honor of the name of my black ghost knife in the 75-gallon tank back there. We'll see if I can get a better shot of him later, but he hasn't come out and swim much, and every time I pick up his log to make him swim out, it obviously, 1, stresses him out, 2, kind of stirs up some debris in the tank, and just changed the water in it last night, so, it's kind of like a parent that just cleaned up a mess, It's like, I just cleaned this mess, I want to keep it clean. Alrighty, so going back to Nightbot, so you that haven't already, got 16 people watching, 21 thumbs up. Thank you, every single one of you, even if you've been checking in just for even a couple minutes. It's appreciated that you make me part of right here. All right, so the check valve and the 8-foot black airline hose. Let's go ahead and roll it. Who do we got? And Acer 13 Green. That's the one. That is our winner of the airline hose and the check valve. There we go with that. And if for some reason, if you folks want to do like what Fishmon did earlier and just pass it on to someone else, that is totally fine. That's entirely up to you, though. And hey, Acer, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you for tuning in and getting on our stream here. All right, so what do we got left back here? Quick drink here while we're also at it. And we'll see what we got here. Oh, we still got both of our sponge filters yet. So I guess we'll go ahead and get to some of the bigger items here. We'll do the 2 sponge filters next. And we'll go ahead and raffle off the t-shirts next. All right, so those of you that don't already know or tuned in a little late, the sponge filters do up to 25 gallons. It has, obviously, the sponge itself, it's an aqua top. Those of you that may wonder what the brand is, it's kind of in terms of sponge filters, that's what a lot of my fish stores here in the Council Bluffs, Omaha area tend to go with. And I got a sponge filter in every single one of my tanks here. And I have a little over 20 tanks. I know to some of you that may sound like a lot. To some of you that may sound like nothing. But it's yeah, I'm with you, Griffin. These are awesome little things, and I can't imagine putting a tank in there without one. Honestly, it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. It adds oxygen and aeration to your tank, and it also helps filter your water with some great biological beneficial bacteria. So I think it's a win-win. Really, it's a fantastic thing. Pepling Creek Aquatics. The size of the shirts. I don't believe my maker has any limits. I know that usually getting them in like the men's sizes is usually the easy route to go. They'll be they're cotton, by the way, in case that's of concern to anybody. I know some people don't like the dry fit and such, but yeah, they are cotton t-shirts. All my tanks and ponds have at least one filter that says Griffin. Yeah, every single one of my tanks. Some of my bigger tanks, like Finley's tank back there, you can see I got 2 of them in there. Each one does 60 gallons. And then in the goldfish tank, we got 2 sponge filters in there. Even the freaking cichlids, the tiger barbs, the angelfish tank. I probably should not move. Might make you dizzy by doing that. Literally every tank in my fish room here has a sponge filter, and honestly, I kind of go the next size up on the sponge filter too. They're awesome things. Rico Stan, I was planning on buying 1 small sponge filter tonight. Got to set up a new tank for a beta I won from Lefty. Hey, nice. Betas are another one that really grew on me. always as a kid never had much of a luck, but I guess I was one of those kids that was, I guess, kind of a fool. I put them in just a bowl without a heater, without a filter, like what what some folks at Petco and PetSmart may make you believe, or other places. I don't want to talk too much because obviously I just don't want to slam people. But yeah, didn't learn until later that yeah they like tropical water. They need a filter. They need aeration. And yeah, ever since then, I knock on wood here because I love every one of my betas, all four of them. Three of them are in community tanks here. We'll go ahead and show at least another one of those, maybe two, a couple of them, or the rest of them here later. But before we get much further, the keyword is Ghosty, as I said earlier, for this 25-gallon filtering sponge filter. Give everybody 10 more seconds to get that in. To those that have not, 15 people watching, 21 thumbs up. Appreciate every single one of you. Y'all are awesome. Or I guess y'all are fantastic. I haven't used that pun a whole lot. We'll try not to overkill it. Black male beta. I have a black crown tail griffin, and I actually at Petco see a black midnight beta, and I think those things look really, really cool. And I would love to get a hold of one of those, but it seems like all the betas I like are those $20 ones at the store. So I got expensive taste when it comes to betas. I do have a koi beta though. I think he was a little bit cheaper. I think it was also because I got a really good deal on him. Yeah, I mean Rico, yeah, betas. I would still say compared to angelfish and puffers, oh yeah, betas are not in that category with me. But yeah, as John also just put in, they definitely grow on you. But you know, pufferfish and angelfish are definitely my top fish. Although, well, I guess my black ghost knife ghosty is also probably right behind my puffers, especially Finley, because I had ghosty when he was only about inch and a half big. I mean, he was just a wee little baby when I got him, and now he's even bigger than Finley. He's like 10 inches right now. Just he's gotten huge, and it's kind of why yeah, if I can get him in that 265 that I mentioned earlier, then it would be beautiful for him. All right. And 3, 2, 1, we're going to go ahead and roll it for this 25-gallon sponge filter. And it goes to Jessica. Jessica has won the giveaway. So you get this little 25-gallon sponge filter. Congratulations. I'll put that down there. Make sure I don't down. I haven't put the last two in my list again. I'm slacking here, people. I'll have to go ahead and through because I think I missed a winner. I think it was the winner of the stability. I promise, guys. I'll go ahead and go back through the deals here. I'll make sure that no one gets left out here. But all right, we got three more things to give away. We got one more sponge filter, two T-shirts, and again, I will remind everybody on the T-shirts. Those of you that maybe just got in, the T-shirts on the other end will probably take a little bit longer than everything else. I probably won't send off the rest of the items also too until after the Thanksgiving weekend goes through because I'm sure with Black Friday and then Cyber Monday being a thing, some shipping companies are just going to be absolutely swamped with order upon order. So to try to it also gives myself some time also, to just focus on family and also get some parcels in which that I can get from other places because I usually don't get those from post office. Go to Walmart, Target, save a couple bucks on all of it. Especially with Christmas coming around, saving money can't be enough of a deal. Yeah, John says soon you'll have a rack of them. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I always have to look at the betas now whenever I go to a fish store. And those of you that don't know, here in the Omaha, we have four awesome fish stores. I got to show off one of these. I'm actually talking with one of them, so I might show off an Omaha fish store here in the near future. But we'll have to go ahead and show off one of these. One of them just relocated. Just told you about Fish Freaks that helped me get a lot of these little knickknacks that I'll be sending off to all you fine fish fan folk. And it's an awesome, awesome store. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and make a new keyword. We still got 10 eligible people here, 3 more prizes. I'm thinking once I hit 500, though, I might go ahead and make my shirt available to, or make a shirt at least, otherwise, that's available to all of you. But if it's the same exact one or if I design a new one, not sure. I guess we'll figure that out. I guess let me know if you guys all liked the, I'll go ahead and show you the design here once I get the keyword down here again. What do we want to do for that? You know what? Let's. New keyword is puffers, just as is Puffers. The new keyword is puffers. We'll go ahead and raffle off this 25-gallon sponge filter, and you know what? For the two T-shirts, I'll go ahead and make a new keyword for that. So puffers we'll just use for this one deal. I'll give you all a couple minutes to go ahead and put that in then. Let's see. We haven't checked out these 20 long tanks back here yet. Actually, I don't think we've checked out the 75 here yet either. And everybody that sees my fish room in person, this is their favorite tank. And as you can see why. I mean, I also just put a brand new light on this. This light is actually built for growing corals and such. I was going to put it here on my 185-gallon bow front, but I recently got a new light on that covers the whole 6 feet long that it is. This light is only 4 feet long, thus it fits the 75 like a glove. And it's doing these plants wonders. Amazon swords, we got some giant valves. These little plants here in the corner, I'm not fully sure what those are. Here in the middle, we got some Rotala indica. Fish-wise, all sorts of rainbows. We got 3 Bosemani rainbows. We got an Australian rainbow. We got 2 male Millennium rainbows. We got 2 female Millennium rainbows. You can see the trio of clown loaches swimming around. We got a trio of rosaline sharks. That angelfish there is a koi beta. Or not a koi beta, a koi angelfish. That angelfish is a koi beta. A little bit of an oxymoron there, I guess. And then right in that log, you might be able to see his fin flashing about, is where Ghosty and my striped Raphael catfish, Ralphie, like to hang out. They like to hang out in that log, and Ghosty's about to outgrow that log, which is why I got this big one in here, but all the rainbows and the other fish like to swim through that. Yeah, Ghosty's about as long as that log is now, and that log is, it's just shy of a foot, I believe. And he's about 10 inches right now, give or take. Ghost knives can max out to about 18 inches, although usually in captivity, they usually stop around 14 or 16 is what I typically hear. We'll see what Ghosty reaches. I mean, shoot, put him in a 265-gallon tank and he might get even bigger. I've heard some cases where those things even get closer to 2 feet. All right, before we give away that sponge filter, we'll go ahead and check out up here where we have a guppy tank. All sorts of plants and such. And this is what I'm talking about with duckweed. When I do water changes and such, I mean, some of it gets stuck in my arms and it finds its way into other tanks. And it's why I say, if you want duckweed, make sure you want it, because boy, it doesn't take long for that stuff to grow. Assorted guppies in here. We got some fancy guppies. I think we got a tuxedo. They're all hiding back there. Got one right there. And you might be able to see him between that rock. Maybe not. If not, like I said, I'll do a video on him. But we got a very, very young king tiger pleco. And he is a very, very cool little guy. I wish he would come out of those rocks. His pattern with the stripes and all that, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. And then speaking of betas earlier, we went on a little bit of that. I know, Griffin, you said you want a black one. Here is my black crown tail. I'll scoot the light up so you can see his color a little better. Beautiful black and silver on this guy. And because of the colors, and because my fiance's family, his name is Rada. My Chris Berman impression is not that great. Excuse me. We also got a copper molly in here. Got some ember tetras, some blue tetras. We got a Pandagara in here too, as well. Ah, there he is. He went behind the rock. We also got a Panda Cory. Our Pandagara, he's getting close to full grown. They usually don't get a whole lot bigger. Yeah, that's one of the other beta community tanks. And you know what? While we walk our way back, we'll go ahead and show one more tank, which is another beta community tank. And here we got a 20-gallon high. And here we got, there he is down there towards the bottom. This is a white crown tail beta. His name is Frozone. And in here with him, we got a couple of black emperor tetras. They're probably hiding behind those logs. They're in those logs somewhere too. Got a glass bloodfin hanging out towards the top there. There's one of the black emperors. I love their blue eyes too. Really, really pretty. And yeah, Frozone, as I said, white crown tail beta. He loves these little barrels, and these fish love to swim right through it. Beta community tanks, I mean, I think that's part of the reason why betas have kind of grown on me too, is I learned that you could put them in community tanks, and that was something I, for a while, didn't know you could do. And select pet, probably back when I made a mistake on the angel. He's a koi beta in disguise, yeah. Jessica asked earlier, are angels okay by themselves? I guess that depends. I guess I'd ask what you mean by themselves. You mean like just a group of angels by themselves, or just like one singular angelfish? In terms of like, I think angelfish would prefer company. You know, honestly, once you have multiple angelfish, that's when I'd be a little more nervous, honestly, because when angelfish start breeding, they can be mean. They can be very mean, which is exactly why my gold pearl scale and my marble have this tank all by themselves. They know I'm streaming, so they keep hiding behind the plants. But it's kind of why Jessica, one single fish, like with no one else. I personally wouldn't. Angelfish fish kind of like to be with others. Yeah, that personally I wouldn't do it just because. Yeah, just because I don't like doing singular fish unless it's puffer fish, but which you see with Finley, of course. But yeah, as Greg there even said, one angel and a 55, he was a jerk to the others. Yeah, I think part of the reason why my koi angel hasn't been so mean to others is well, all those other fish were in that tank before him, so they had already established their territories and such. Manes, tails, fur, and fins. Hey, welcome. Saw a couple of her streams earlier this week. Great stuff there. Not just on fish, but also, I believe was talking about some other pets, like such as dogs and such. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But great stuff on her channel as well. So another channel that you should definitely look into subscribing if you have not already. All right, without further ado, the keyword is puffers, and we are giving away a 25-gallon sponge filter by Aquatop. Again, thank you to Fish Freaks in Omaha for helping me find this stuff and get it all together. Gave me a deal to not break the bank to get all this stuff as well. Keyword is puffers. I'll give you guys all another 15 seconds before we get there. As we do that, speaking of puffers, and here we got some pea puffers. You can see one maybe right there, right by the crease. There's 3 of them total in there. One of them doesn't really like to come to the front very much. There's another one up there. The light might blind it out to where you don't see him very well. Yeah, pea puffers. That was the first ever puffer I actually got. I mean, first ever freshwater puffer on top of it. Pea puffers are, if you're ever looking to get into freshwater puffers like what I have, I definitely recommend that your first puffer be pea puffers. They are Awesome fish. You don't need a big tank. Uh, there, you can have a group of them. Like I said, hey, I got 3 of them back there in that 20-gallon hex. They say it's 20. I think it's a little smaller than that though. But good group of them, and it's actually one of the few puffers that it's possible to breed. And sea mainsails. Yep, it's actually plural there, or Jess. But I'll give you an extra minute here to get that across. But pea puffers are definitely my #1 recommendation if you're looking to start freshwater puffers. They're an awesome puffer, and unlike a lot of other puffers, you don't have to worry about the continuously growing teeth like you do with my Fahaka Finley or the Amazons that I showed you earlier, or my Dragon Puffer, or when I used to have my Hairy Puffer and all that. Them you gotta feed hard-shelled foods. I give them shrimp, snails. Finley is already starting to eat some crayfish pieces. I'm about to try breeding some self-cloning crayfish to hopefully get a little feed line there for him. But yeah, it's I would say that if you're ever looking to get into freshwater puffers, definitely start out with some pea puffers. Awesome fish. Don't need a big tank, and little fish, big personality. Anyway, enough of me yakking. Let's go ahead and roll it and see who's going to take this 25-gallon sponge filter. See, we got 9 eligible users. And let's roll it. And hey! Now, I know Rico Stan got an op earlier, but technically that was given by another user, so there we go. Rico Stan, you got a 25-gallon sponge filter. I know Fishymon gave his I believe is an airline hose and all. I'll have to double check. I apologize, Rico, if I'm getting that wrong. I'll have to double check my stream, like I said, to make sure I get everything right. But yeah, there we go. Good night for you, Rico. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make a new keyword, and we'll raffle off the final 2 things here of the giveaway, which is 2 of the t-shirts. I'll go ahead and show the design again. I'm going to adjust the screen so you can see it a little bit better. My face is not important here anyway. No one wants to look at that for too long anyway. All right. So this is the front. Peeking my head over to make sure it's showing up. The Fintastic Freaks with a Finley on the front here. And then Fintastic Freaks and the YouTube logo on the back. And obviously this is not the shirt that would be sent, as this is a XX. So like I say, if you win the t-shirt, that is probably the one that's going to get sent last, and reason being, obviously they're locally made, so I mean they're made from scratch from one of the awesome t-shirt stores here in the Omaha area. Retro T-shirts. It's in Westroads Mall, Omaha, Nebraska. It's an awesome place. They went ahead and I made a couple of shirts for family members and all that for when I was celebrating 300 subscribers, and it was an absolutely awesome turnout on the shirt, as you just saw. And yeah, we'll go ahead and raffle off 2 of those, but like I say, those will probably take a little while. As I said, everything I'll probably send starting either Monday or Tuesday is when I'll start sending them off, because obviously the Black Friday and Thanksgiving weekend, everybody wants to be with their families and such. So probably go ahead and send them early next week, and I'll just use the rest of this week to go ahead and get all you guys' info, so to make sure that I get it to you. And yeah, we'll go from business. And those of you that don't already know, I'll go ahead and put my Instagram name in there again. So if you want, you can go ahead and direct message me on Instagram and such. So if you win, we can go ahead and do business, and we'll figure out a way how I can deliver your prize to you. John Peckham, what's the next tank you're setting up? Honestly, I'm trying to get some pieces put together for the big 185 bow. I might see on Black Friday even if there's like some sales on sump filters and all that. Problem is, that big of a tank, it needs a really big sump filter. Thus, obviously, the bigger the filter, the bigger the price tag. But yeah, that's the one I really want to start getting going next. Although I am working on maybe, as I said earlier, rehoming my Lake Malawi African cichlids. Fortunately, like I say, I've got some fantastic fish stores here in Omaha. So even if I do send them to a fish store, they're not going to be around. They're not going to be there for too long. They're going to find fantastic homes. There's a lot of cichlid lovers here in the Omaha area. The Vinny's Aquatics is here. Very nice. I see. Missed you earlier, James. My turn now. We're on to the shirts. Absolutely. And in case anybody, I know somebody asked earlier about sizes. I don't fully remember who, but I don't believe there's a restriction on size. I believe they charge a little bit, but I mean, obviously, nobody here has to worry about charge. I'll take care of the shipping and all that. But I believe the other ones are a little more, but it don't matter to me. It's not much more of an extra. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make a new keyword. I feel like I should have saved the keyword Finley for the shirt since Finley's on the shirt. Let's see. No, we can go ahead and do this. We'll make the keyword Fahaka. Fahaka, Fahaka, I believe. So yeah, Fahaka as in Fahaka puffer. That'll be the keyword. Just Fahaka though. That's the new keyword for the t-shirts. And you know what? I'll go ahead and use that one for the first shirt. We'll make another keyword for the other one because I just came up with an idea for the other one. But we'll get with that one right here. Now, I mentioned this one earlier. Make sure I don't trip over the stuff. Let's show off this goldfish tank, shall we? I think goldfish are very underappreciated fish. I know a lot of people love them and all, but 125-gallon goldfish tank. We also got 3 dojo loaches in here. Gold nugget pleco. We also got him in here. He likes to hide out back by that internal canister filter. And in terms of the specific kinds of goldfish, I believe this bigger white and orange one here is a Oranda, I believe. If I am wrong, all means, people, if you know that I'm wrong and know exactly what it is, feel free to correct me. We also got 6 comet goldfish in here. Yeah, so 6 little fish that probably would have been fed to a reptile or something earlier. As you can see, a lot of them got to grow up pretty big, and this is just how magnificent they can be. And then I believe this guy is a telescope eye, the orange and black one. For size comparison, his body minus the back fin is about the size of a baseball. So he's kind of the king Goldie of the tank, although none of them are aggressive towards each other. They're all pretty docile. The dojo loaches here sometimes get a little, oops, frighten that little guy. Sorry, buddy. The 3 dojo loaches gets a little curious of the goldfish sometimes, but everybody gets along just fine. The gold nugget pleco, I try to keep the light down in here to see if he ever comes out. He just doesn't like the light, period. Unless I have all the lights off, he never comes out. I think my black ghost knife is more tolerant of the light than my gold nugget pleco is. But yeah, this is one of my favorite tanks too. I mean, it's another fake planted tank. I only have 3 fake planted tanks here in my entire fish room. And like I say, the reason is not because plants won't grow in here. Well, I do have some plants in here, but it's basically of what's left of what the goldfish mowed down from earlier. Because whenever I put plants in there, the goldfish are just like, ooh, salad bar. Showing off another tank, maybe 2 here before we raffle off the first t-shirt. Let's see, I already showed you the corner, the 75. We showed off the Amazon puffers, the P puffers. So we'll go ahead and head over here to the 29-gallon where we have a divider in the middle. This right here is a flower horn parrot. This is Starlight, and I'm trying to find him or her, whatever it is, a tank that I can give all to herself. She used to be in Mushu's tank over here in the 40 breeder, but did a water change in there initially, and that's how Starlight ended up getting out of there initially because we had a bad spike in there once upon a time, and that's how she got moved over here into the 29. And fortunately, I had a divider, so we could put them in here. And it's a good thing we have a divider because this over here is an African River jewel cichlid. It is a female, to be precise. I call her Juliet because, jewel cichlid. She has laid eggs a couple times, so I'm trying to find a male for her that maybe we can try to get him to breed with. But jewel cichlids are also somewhat closely related to another notorious cichlid, or maybe more appropriately called infamous cichlid, the 5-star general. They are very aggressive. I mean, they can be absolutely mean, and she and the flower horn sometimes peck at this divider here, but I have it snug and pretty secure up against the glass, and I put the bottom buried underneath the gravel. So it's been like this for a couple months, and we've had no issues. But just look at the little blue dots on her too. Isn't that just beautiful? Yes, she is one pretty girl. All right, we'll go ahead and raffle off this next T-shirt here, and then I'm trying to think of. Oh, there are a couple tanks actually that I haven't showed up yet. So the first shirt we'll go ahead and show. The keyword is Fahaka, just and only Fahaka, like the puffer, Finley. 10-second warning for that. I'll head over to the Nightbot and we'll roll to see who our winner is of the first T-shirt. Go ahead and show off the design one more time. I see Rico Stan is heading on out. Well, thank you for coming in, buddy, and congratulations. Good night for that man. 2 prizes there. One was given to him by another one. I usually, on my giveaways, they'll make sure that people only win one. But, I mean, if you give it away to somebody else, then, that's fair game. And, yeah, I want to make sure that I get this shown well again. That's the front there. Fantastic Freaks with Finley, my Fahaka puffer on the front. That is actually a picture of Finley, which is also the channel logo, of course. And then Fintastic Freaks on the back with the YouTube logo. That is the T-shirt. And yep, have a good night there, Rico, and thanks for coming by. Without further ado, let's go ahead and raffle this off. 9 eligible users. I do have it set to where people win twice now. Not because we don't want to, but all right. And our winner is Keeping It Real. How about that? And looks like you're Puffer Pablo. You got a Fahaka too there, Keeping It Real. You got a Fahaka too? Nice. All right, but Keeping It Real, you just won yourself a Fantastic Freaks T-shirt here. Congratulations. One of those will get sent to you. I say I'll go ahead and put my Instagram name in here one more time for people, so you can message me on Instagram and such, and you can send me a direct message, or if you would rather, I can also we can find another way to get a hold of each other. We can do it through email and such. There's a lot of ways to get in contact. It's 2020. That's one good thing about this year. There's a lot of ways to get in contact with people from anywhere in the country. All right. Hey, absolutely, Keeping It Real. Thank you for coming on in here. All right, we'll give away one more shirt, and then I'm out of goodies. But before we even do that, I want to thank every single one of you again for stopping by here. Even if some of you just came by for a couple minutes or stayed for the whole thing, each one of you guys are appreciated. Appreciate every single one of you for all these months here coming around. I mean, only 6 months in, and we're already over 400 subscribers. I definitely wouldn't have anticipated being at this milestone by now. I thought maybe if I got about 500 after about a year of doing this, then I'd be at a good pace. But you know what? With where we're at right now, I mean, we got a little over a month. Let's shoot for 500. In fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and say it right now. If we hit 500 before the end of 2020, I'll go ahead and give give away some more t-shirts here once I hit 500, if we can do it before 2020 ends. Depending on how quick it happens, though, I'll go ahead and we'll probably do it more towards the end of December, though, if we do hit it. But chances are I'll probably give stuff away anyway once we hit 500 again, because it'll be the halfway mark to 1,000. Which, I mean, obviously at this point seems like a long ways away, but, you know, I'm closer than I was a couple months ago. So we got a couple more tanks to showcase here. Oh, before we do, we need to make a new keyword for the final t-shirt. We'll go ahead and do that here. Should have did that while I was yapping. All right, so the final keyword, or key number rather, is 400. And I don't know, 400 subs. So we'll go ahead and make that the final keyword of the night, hashtag 400. I guess if numbers don't work on Nightbot and someone knows that, feel free to let me know, and we'll take care of that. But for right now, the keyword and the final keyword of the night is 400. And once again, before we show the final tank, big thanks to everybody. 21 likes, 16 people watching. Y'all people are awesome. Fish fam, stay fantastic. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for all the support that you've given me throughout all the time. But we got a couple more tanks here to show. Once again, try not to trip over the stuff. Back here, we also got a 36 bow front where we have tiger barbs. We have a school of typical tiger barbs as well as green tiger barbs. I'm wanting to get some albino tiger barbs, or maybe a cobalt tiger barb would be cool in here. Although a cobalt might look too similar to those green tiger barbs, honestly. I guess it depends on what kind of cobalt you get, because I think there's a couple of different kinds. But yeah, this is another fish. They're kind of like small African cichlids, only not as aggressive, but very active. And I love like the little stripe patterns. And the green tiger barbs get a little red and orange by their noses and all that. Really cool fish. And it's another one that, I tell you what, if you want to see like even like miniature piranha action, go ahead and give these guys some bloodworms. They are, I mean, they almost eat it like piranhas. If I had some frozen food down here, I'd go ahead and show it. Oh, which reminds me, I'll have to remember that before we log off the stream here. I do have a special thing going on for kind of like a 25 days to Christmas thing. I'll get back to that here shortly. Trying to think if I've forgotten any tanks here. I think we've pretty much gotten them all. But I guess something we'll go ahead and do and start a little conversation here is recently from a used buyer here in nearby the Omaha area, I got this new hex tank. In case you can't tell, I have a soft spot for hex tanks, which is both a blessing and a curse because, as we all know, hex tanks have that poor, infamous reputation of leaking and such. And unfortunately, I already got one that leaks. And this one here, the guy kind of already said that it was the seams looked a little suspicious, and it has a very slow leak. I mean, there's a little bit of water, but I mean, it's been sitting now for about half of a week now. So it hasn't leaked a whole lot, but you can definitely tell there's a little bit of something there. So it'll have to be resealed, which with hex tanks is a lot of fun. Sometimes people would even tell you that once a hex tank leaks, that's almost a death sentence, but it can be done. I would say as long as it's not an overly huge tank, it can be done. But we do have also from the same guy, 2 10-gallon tanks. So I'm thinking of maybe clearing out the bottom of this table here. And this whole table might get more moved over there, which I know you see the water heater and furnace. Don't worry, I have measured it. It's still going to be a safe distance away from those because we definitely don't want anything getting in the water or polluting their environments. But got 2 10-gallon tanks down here. What do y'all think we should put in these? You've already seen all the fish now that I have here in the fish room. If you got a suggestion for maybe what we put in one of these or maybe a couple of suggestions for both of these, go ahead and let me know in the comments below or, you know, down the road. I'm sure I'll probably show these in my next video too to say the same question. But a couple of 10-gallon tanks and not too shabby of a day. All right, so we're creeping up on an hour and a half here, so we'll go ahead and wrap this puppy up here. I see Peplin Creek Aquatics, Neo Cardinal Shrimp. You know, I do have shrimp. The only thing is, most of my shrimp have been just fed to my puppers, so I usually just get the ghost shrimp. But you know, that wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Maybe, yeah, some shrimp and maybe some endlers in there with them. That could be a sweet little thing. I haven't tried a shrimp tank yet. Might have to do that soon. Because I know I've been requested that before. But anyway, those of you that don't already know, the keyword is 400. This will be the last call for that. To win this fantastic, or I should say Fintastic, Freaks t-shirt. Front side one more time. Back side one more time. And there we go. 14 people watching, 24 likes. Thank you, everybody. And before I go ahead and raffle off this final thing, for Christmas, or once December hits, I'm thinking of doing like short little live streams of feeding my tanks here. Obviously down here, as you saw, I got African cichlids, I got angelfish, I got goldfish, I got tetras, I got rainbow fish, I got all betas, I got all sorts of things down here. And I'm thinking, you know, most of the days we'll go ahead and do a little live stream of me feeding at least one of the tanks every time. If not, maybe doing a couple of different tanks and all that. And hey, if you guys got questions while I do it too, once I walk by my computer and such while I feed the fish, feel free to go ahead and fire them at me too. And if you still got questions here in this stream, fire them right at me. But without further ado, let's go ahead and raffle off this final t-shirt. Some feel free to do the drum roll as you wait or so. Keyword is 400, as you all know. So let's go ahead. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 8 eligible users. All right, who's getting the t-shirt? And it is Greg. He will get the final t-shirt. Congratulations, Greg. You're getting a Fantastic Freaks t-shirt. Haven't seen him on here in a little while, but absolutely congratulations to him. Fishing Beaver fired. Is Greg still on here by chance? I haven't seen a comment from him in a while. Oh, there you are. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, Greg says he would like to give it to James and Fish Room Fever. Well, how about that? Hey. Fish Room Fever, do you accept, sir? I mean, whatever you guys go ahead and do, whatever you guys decide to go ahead and do, let me know, and we'll wrap this baby up here in our future. Peplin Creek, hey, absolutely badass. I mean, you know what? I might have to try to might have to get a shop here soon to where everybody can go ahead and order one of the t-shirts. And like I say, hey, if we can go ahead and get this channel to 500 subscribers before the end of 2020, so before the clock strokes midnight on New Year's Day, bringing in 2021, if we can hit 500 before then, we'll go ahead and raffle off a couple more t-shirts and some other stuff. And I'll make sure that, yeah, maybe I'll give away even more t-shirts there. Maybe that'll be the main thing. But we'll go ahead and call it off, ladies and gentlemen. And so just before we call this off, Greg, Fishroom Fee, or James, which one? I know, Greg, you were saying you could go ahead and give it to James. I know James is saying for Greg to go ahead and take it. Just want to make sure I put down the right person on the list here. Doesn't matter to me either direction, but oh, I see Greg saying, okay, thanks. So we'll go ahead and put Greg down then. And Scott's Aquatics is here. Hey, welcome. Don't believe I've seen you on a live stream here before, but welcome, Scott. Glad to have you here. 12 people watching, 25 likes, hour and a half stream here. Went a little longer than I guess I was planning for and all that, but let's see. T-shirt for Greg. And like I say, I'll double check through this live stream to make sure I have everybody down for the right thing, but we'll make sure. There we go. Got a couple of them down. Like I said, I'll double check to make sure we got everybody. And in case a week or so goes by, if a week goes by and you haven't heard anything from me, holler at me and saying, "Hey, you said I won on this. Here's my address and such." But anyway, okay, yep, Greg, I'll go ahead and put you down. Fish Room Fever, you've also been awesome too. I might have to go ahead and in the near future maybe work out something to get you and maybe Ed a shirt as well here somewhere down the line here as well because awesome group and really their live stream here this past weekend was a big reason for the burst to get over 400 too. So big thank you to him, you James and Ed for that. Love their streams and if you guys haven't gotten their channels before, go ahead and be a guest, get a shirt. I mean, hey, actually, that's a good idea there, Peplin. Yeah, once I start doing guests and all that, yeah, that would actually be a fantastic idea, actually, or fantastic idea. I feel like that's the second time now I've used that pun. I felt like I was gonna use it way more, so I felt like I behaved well enough on that. James is how I found this channel, and absolutely, yeah. And as James just said, awesome community. The fish fam here, all of you guys are absolutely awesome, and it makes this hobby even more awesome to do. I mean, I absolutely love it. And the final thing we'll do before we go ahead and call it an evening here, as I said, the 185 boat. You know what? We'll go ahead and turn the lights on this big beauty, shed some light on the subject, I guess you could say. Show off this beauty all lit up. And check that baby out, will you? That is going to be a gorgeous tank when we get that going. Those of you that don't already know, I know it's been a little while since I mentioned that tank. I plan to do salt water in that 185-gallon tank. Boy, you can tell that thing projects a lot of light too by looking at the side of my face. But I'm thinking of doing salt water. Ms. Fintastic really wants us to get a porcupine puffer. And I'm not going to lie, dogface puffers are kind of growing on me too. 185 gallons, we might be able to do both. I guess I haven't done a ton of research, so I guess if some of you know better than that, feel free to tell me no, or like, yeah, you're fine. You also got suggestions for saltwater. I know I'd love to do an angelfish of some sort down the road. One of our Omaha stores actually has a queen angelfish, and that is a gorgeous fish. For a while, I was thinking of an emperor angel, but those things grow over 1.5 feet big, I read. So huge fish. Porcupine puffers could obviously get huge too. Think one of our area fish stores has a dragon eel as well, and that would be cool. Only thing with eels is they resemble snakes a lot, and if y'all like reptiles, absolutely nothing directed at y'all. Reptiles just kind of, especially snakes, kind of freak me out. Snakes are not my forte. Lizards like bearded dragons and such, those are kind of cool though. I've seen some videos about frogs lately, like Pac-Man frogs especially. And wouldn't rule those out ever entirely, although haven't really grown, the idea hasn't really grown on me too big yet. But maybe down the road, we'll see. Might get some other things other than fishies down here. Yeah, and it's 185-gallon bow front. Thinking a porcupine puffer. Definitely would think I say some sort of saltwater angel would be cool. Uh, I feel like it'd be injustice if I did a saltwater tank and maybe didn't do some clownfish. But I'm not planning on doing a reef. I'm probably just gonna do some live rock for the most part, and probably leave it at that for the most part because I hear corals are a totally different ball game when it comes to saltwater. But I might also find some easier corals, which it, usually when I say that, most people say easy corals is an oxymoron. It's like controlled chaos. But getting closer and closer on that, all we got to do for that tank is I just got to get a sump and a protein skimmer. I want to get a protein skimmer. Pet Exotics and multiple aquariums, welcome. But yes, just got to get a sump, got to get a protein skimmer for that 185 bow front. Gonna work on probably building a canopy top as well. That stand down there is custom built from plywood and cedar wood paneling. Me and my father, mostly my father, actually, if I'm going to be honest, built this stand, and it turned out absolutely awesome. My dad is a fantastic woodsman, good mechanic as well. He also likes working on cars. But big thanks to Dad on that. In case you're watching, Dad, really appreciate the stand there. Really awesome. Love the stand, and that we might have to make a canopy top to this because I know every fish store that I've shown the the stand to, they're all like, "She finished that baby off and made a canopy top," and it's grown on me. That idea has grown on me. But with that being said, to all you that came to tonight's live stream, thank you very much. Again, if you won object here today, various objects here today, feel free to go ahead, message me on Instagram and such. I'll type that one last final time here for you guys. So if you won something, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram there with direct messages, or if you would rather, we can go ahead and figure something else out. We got emails. We can do Facebook as well. Obviously, I'm on other live streams and such. So yeah, I'm on live streams such as James and Fish from Fever, of course. I'm on with I like watching Chattanooga Edge as well. All sorts of other people. Mains, Tails, and Fern Fins was just on a couple of hers this week. Griffin sometimes go on his and talk with them. All sorts of great stuff. And so yeah, whatever works best for you, we'll do business. And to everybody here that was here today, thank you everybody for tuning in. Congrats to all the winners and 400 subs. It feels great, but like I say, if we can hit 500, I promise, before the year is over, if we hit 500 before 2020 is over, I will give away more t-shirts. You got my promise. But until then, and until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for checking in on the video. It's always appreciated to see you all here and commenting. And until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay fantastic.